What's up, V2 crew? This is Unknown here, and I'm going to answer a little bit of a question someone had for me, and that was about the pressures at the top of the leaderboard to not play so much trash and play more legit games. Now, I was thinking about this, and it's actually, there is pressure, definitely. I was under multiple types of peer pressure, actually. It wasn't even all peer pressure to play things that weren't trophy trash, but actually there was pressure to play games that were trophy trash, peer pressure wise, and also just play things that didn't have trophies in general. So let me get into a little bit more here. First, we'll talk about the pressure to play non-trophy trash games. So I would get comments for sure about people saying, "Oh, you should play this, you should play that." Actually, not as many as you would think, um, potentially, of getting me to say, or of saying, "Oh, why don't you play? Why you play so much trophy trash? Why do this? Why that? Why this? Why that?" And maybe it was because I wasn't super in the limelight. I would get more so the case of, "Oh, you should play Ghost of Tsushima, or you should play um, Death Stranding, or what have you, some big AAA game." And it's like, I didn't really have time for that. So there was that. I did fall into some peer pressure saying, "Oh, you should play God of War, and you should play this and that." And then I would attempt to stream it, and then just nobody would watch. And then I would just feel, it would feel like a chore having to finish the games. Not that they were bad games, but I was in a my mind was very warped from all the trophies and stuff, so I was kind of in the you have to rush to get back to the trash so you can stay up on the leaderboard, sort of deal. But I'll get into that in another video. But there certainly was peer pressure to play games that weren't trash. I would say not as much like, haha, look at this, look at that, that's all you play. I did see some posts like that on forums and stuff. So there was that to an extent, but it wasn't like a um, belittling to the point of this is driving me mad because of all the comments against me playing it. More so, there was factors of me playing it for sure, like the games, like I felt silly, and it just felt like non-gaming. But I'll get into that more in another video, because I was gonna do a series of why I quit, I guess, and I was also gonna do a series of what I miss about trophy hunting. So if you guys would like to hear about stuff like that, let me know in the comments, and I will stop procrastinating on making those series, and maybe some topics that you would like me to cover in those. Uh, so I have more episodes I can create of the said series. So there was that first kind of peer pressure, but then there was also the peer pressure to continue to play the trash, because I would get comments saying, "Oh man, you're such a impressive number of platinums," and things like that. So that would just encourage me, I guess, to continue to play short and easy games. Okay, I guess I should stop calling it trash. That's my bad. We call them short and easy stuff, because you do you, be your V2, but you do you. Some people like it. I do ask that. Well, I'll sum that up in the end of the video, but I do ask that you take a step back and judge if you are actually having fun, or if you're doing it for other reasons, such as peer pressure, like we're talking about today. Um, However, I did have that, and then I was just being in groups and discords in general that would play that sort of stuff. It kind of makes you, I don't, not want to fit in. Maybe that is the term, but I guess saying that that is the way of gaming, the way of trophy hunting. It kind of made it seem like that was the way of trophy hunting, I guess I should say, um, or that aspect of trophy hunting. So it kind of just made you into a phase of, I guess, mindlessly doing it too, because the other people were doing it and you didn't really think twice about it. Um, so there was that. And then I also had peer pressure to continue to just quit trophies in general. And I actually had this from several sources. Some people not trophy hunters. Well, let me take a step back. They understood that I was kind of miserable and just not enjoying myself and mentally kind of a wreck. So most of them, I understand they were trying to help out. Um, at least I feel that way. There was a few that I think were kind of doing it for negative reasons. I'll get into that. So first, let's talk about the crew that was trying to get me to just quit. Some of them were not trophy hunters, so they probably didn't really understand all that much. I did meet a lot of people on Twitch and things that were just playing games that were just didn't have trophies whatsoever. And same with a few people on Twitter, I guess. But mainly it was just um, people a lot of people I met on Twitch, I guess, mostly, and maybe in some in Discords that were saying, "Oh, you should not play trophies." I don't earn trophies at all in any of my games, and things like that. I did have people that would say I should quit trophies, and they continued to do trophies. And actually, this kind of bugged me a little bit, I will say, because they were like, "Oh, you should quit all the trophy trash and stuff like that." And then, like several months later, they were still hardcore plat spamming and trophy spamming and stuff. And initially, I took that as kind of hurtful in a way. Maybe hurtful is not the right word, but kind of like, oh, really? You encourage me to quit and you're still doing this? But thinking about it, I think they just had good intentions. And they were just thinking, oh, you came across as miserable and negative, um, and we're trying to encourage you to quit because of that. So I think they were trying to be positive, coming from that. Who knows? Maybe they're addicted and they just can't quit themselves. But who knows? And they really want to deep down inside. Maybe they're not. Maybe they're really having fun. But I think they were looking out and trying to just suggest what would be best for me. So even though it did send me, I was in a very mentally rough state of after quitting the trophies. But I'll get into that also later on in another video because this is gonna get quite lengthy here, anyways. Um, okay, so we had those, and then we also had the. Now I know people you can't quite judge what happens online, but I did feel like it was kind of like they wanted to almost manipulate me into quitting so that other people at the top of the leaderboards wouldn't be under pressure or have to deal with me as much. Now, this could very well be wrong. This could very well be just what I'm assuming, but from what I gathered, that could very well be the case, which is kind of eh. That or they also were just trying to look out what was best for me, and um, I'm taking it with a grain of salt here. So who knows? Like I said in a previous video, take everything online potentially with a grain of salt. Potentially people mean better than they come across. Potentially they mean worse than they come across. And yeah, it's just you have to almost separate yourself in a way. And I did learn that. Try not to take everything to heart. If someone says something or Maybe they just don't hang out with you anymore online. Try not to take it personally. There's probably some other reason why that you don't understand. Maybe they just grew sick of the similar hobbies or whatever, and it just doesn't interest them anymore. So, also, I guess try not to make your connections super, super close, is what I would suggest, just because you don't want to get hurt. So, protect yourself a little bit, at least mentally. Separate yourself a little bit. And don't give in to peer pressure. What I was going to say earlier in the video, if you are playing games, make sure you're playing them because you want to play them and you're having fun playing them. I know also too, a lot of stuff you just see games on Twitter or something, and a lot of people are playing them, so you feel like you have to play it too, even if it's a game that doesn't particularly interest you. Now, this isn't quite related to me personally quitting, but I guess I did have a little bit of that too. I kind of wanted to just play all these other games, some games on the Switch, and things that didn't have trophies. So, I guess there was kind of an outside pressure, and that would be peer pressure related, I suppose, too. Wow, I'm kind of going in circles with this, aren't I? Um, but I guess, yeah, so there was multiple aspects of pressure, peer pressure that I felt at the top, and it wasn't even just, like I said, getting me or quote unquote harassing me to quit or to not play so much trash, and because I think a lot of people, um, the person posing the question included, kind of assumed that was mainly what I was getting, but I was getting it from all sides, here, there, left, right, up, down, center. So, anyways, I'm gonna wrap up the video here. Let me know your thoughts on the matter. Have you felt peer pressure to either earn trophies, not earn trophies, earn achievements, not earn achievements, play certain games? Would love to hear it. And with that being said, if you want to hang out in the Discord or on Twitch, I'll post some game or links in the description. And with that, I'll end it by saying have a good night, good morning, enjoy your games. Thanks so much for watching. Stay positive, spread that plague of positivity, game on your own terms, you do you, and be your V2.